8:10, and we're ready to do it all again. It's Island Tea. We are Island Tea, and
I find you rhyming this morning. I find you rhyming this morning. Is what going on? Good morning, everybody. How are we doing today? Azard, Jamster.
I'm doing good.
Oh, good. Azard, what
Enjoy
about you?
my iced tea.
I am wonderful, and I'm joining Jams with tea, not iced tea. I
But
have some
hot tea. Okay.
sour sop tea here that I brought.
Sour
Would
sop
you
don't
like-
put you to sleep? No, I can't. I can't sleep.
Sour sop tea?
Literally.
Okay, let me hold it for this.
Oh.
No, what
drink it
works for
still.
you?
No, drink it. Drink
May
it.
not,
still.
it doesn't
Oh,
work
it's-
for me,
it's
I know,
fine.
because I drink it.
I drink it
Yeah,
too.
if I make sour sop, you see when I mix the bush tea here, that's where halfway sometimes you don't see me ready. I can't. I have to do them in the night. I
Okay.
realize that the older I get, certain things
Okay,
don't work for me in the day.
I was being
But have you ever drank it in the day and feel sleepy though, Azard?
I've never
Not
drank
me.
it. I actually
Oh.
It doesn't.
Lucky
I,
you.
I drink it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I literally, and I like my sour sop
I was
tea
feeling
black.
adventurous, and I said,
No,
I've
that's
never had
good.
this.
And it's
I'm gonna try the
anti-cancer.
leaves.
It's
Yeah,
anti-cancer.
it's good.
as well.
Azard, it's
So
really
drink
good.
it. Don't.
Yeah.
Next
Don't
day.
drink it. No. Come
As I
on.
say,
no,
Azard,
no,
what
no,
work
Azard,
for
come on,
what
you'll
work
be fine.
how
Yes.
it attacks me, and I shouldn't say attack. How it treats me, where it calms me down. It's like chamomile tea for me, Azard, and I
Yes.
sleep. When I tell you I sleep good, I don't even know how much times I turn in the
You're
night.
gonna give him a panic attack where you said attack and then
No,
it sounds
but
like
it
you-
attacks my soul in a good way
okay.
because it makes me sleep so good.
Yeah, but I don't think I said you have anything to worry about. It's good for you.
Okay.
In
Yeah,
fact,
it
in
is.
fact, wifey made some for me last night, and I told her to make some for me, and I
In
forgot.
the night, right? And then
no,
you
what
fell
happened?
asleep.
no. I went to do something else, right? And then I came back, and I went to drink something else, and then she
Yes.
said, and then afterwards she said, I made this all up to you. I said, oh, I'd forgotten.
So you say you drank it this
No, I
morning?
didn't drink it. No,
Oh.
no. She told me
No, but
afterwards
sour.
that
I like sour sop mint and lemongrass together. Oh my gosh, without sugar or anything in it, it just nice.
lemongrass.
Yeah, those three.
Yeah.
That's what I drink.
Yeah, sauce up now. Sauce up is good.
Yeah,
I used
it's
to.
a
I
good
drank a lot
tea.
of that. I drank a lot of that
I'm
as
going
a kid.
to try with my
Dive
sauce.
in.
You having
Yes.
sugar,
Yeah,
right?
no.
No.
If
You should buy some
if
honey.
during the court
You should buy some honey.
I feel a bit sleepy and during my day.
No, you'll be fine. Trust me.
Azad, don't let what I told you.
No,
mess with your
Azad,
mental.
stop thinking about that. You're gonna be fine.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Here goes. It's going down the hatch.
You should get some honey though. You should buy
No, Azad, don't use
By the
sugar.
way, no, but Azad, you
I
go
don't
to the
use
gym
sugar
and
in the
stuff.
morning.
No, but you need sugar. Sugar
I
is
said I don't use sugar in the
but
morning.
sugar is a nutrient. Sugar is not the enemy.
Hey, hear what I
It's
say,
not
you
a
know?
pro- I heard what you said.
Yeah, but
I
he
never
ju-
said
What
I
I'm
don't
saying.
use sugar at all. I said I don't use sugar in the
No,
morning.
but you should. The breakfast is the most important meal,
Okay.
and there's nothing wrong with.
So what about
having-
folks like me that shouldn't indulge in sugar at jam?
Well,
so
that's
what
a
do
little
you say to
different.
me?
I mean, I understand. In your case, it's a little different,
Mhm.
but I mean, like he goes to the gym and all of that.
Yeah.
Yes, he's an
Sugar-
avid, he's
sugar
an avid
is a
workout
nutrient.
person.
Yeah.
I've seen him in
So-
action.
So, you use brown sugar?
I use any sugar, but my preference
you
is
Hello.
brown sugar.
Oh, good.
Oh,
good,
solamente
good,
brown,
good,
no
good,
white.
good,
White
good,
no
good,
good.
Yeah.
No good, no good.
We all,
You should-
we all Spanish in here. we all have a Spanish accent.
That sounds-
I don't even know I don't even know the accent that I have.
that's-
You see, I've already had the tea.
So now
It's
he's gonna blame the tea.
It's a sour sapian accent. That's why I don't know.
Yes, it's a sour Sapian accent. So, gentlemen,
Mm,
what
yeah,
is
so
on
just
your
like
mind? I
morning,
know
yes.
the tea has
Yes.
been a whole topic. I'm looking at something here on WINNFM.com,
Yes.
and I don't know. We failed to mention there was a robbery at the College Street Chinese supermarket, and now I'm seeing there was a
There's
next.
a Chinese supermarket on College Street? Where?
Yes, you know where they had. I think it was a car wash before.
Oh, you mean the new one?
Yes,
Just-
that one was
oh,
robbed
by the
just
alley,
recently, yeah. And now I'm seeing the police are investigating Pine Gardens grocery store theft. So this is
And
in
there's a Chinese
Shadwell.
one up at Pine Gardens as well?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm really not, because I'm trying to figure out
I
where,
remember
where,
Carl
where,
Brown said
where
that-
exactly is Pine Gardens?
That's that area, sort of, how do I describe it? Okay, when you go a new road, there are two roads. There's one that goes up, and then there's a second one that you go.
You mean
Well, it's-
by the
well-
airport?
Yeah.
So it could be that Chinese supermarket again?
Yeah.
But it's a Shadwell though.
Well, yeah, technically it's Shadwell. Pine Gardens is just you could say,
We have a
what
call
they
coming
name
in.
the new subdivision, but it's basically Shadwell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Is that Rusty?
No.
Okay. Okay. So it says the the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force is investigating a theft that occurred at a grocery store in Pine Garden, Shadwell on May 27, 2024 between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. So according to initial reports, a single-masked individual entered the store, took a sum of money from the cash register and left the premises. No injuries were reported during the incident. So they're asking anyone with information about this incident or other criminal activities, you're urged to contact the hotline at 707 or the nearest police station. Wow. Oh boy. I really don't understand what's going on, but
Yeah, it's very.
one
sensitive.
supermarket after the other.
Yes.
Oh, Azard. We spoke about this and we keep forgetting to mention it. WINNMedia SKN 22 years of service.
Oh yes.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Congratulations, Win FM, from me to you on your achievement of 22 years of service in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. And I wish you nothing but the best and many, many, many more
Yes. indeed.
birthdays. Yes.
So WinFM celebrates its 22nd anniversary as a radio station here in St. Kitts and Nevis. So well wishes to Team Win, always winning at Win.
Amen.
Mhm.
Winners. Only winners
Yes.
abide here. Only winners abide here. And yesterday we were talking about every year I said, I'm going to do this carnival slogan. I'm going to do this carnival slogan every year. And guess what I never do? I never do the slogan.
Oh, speaking of which, the slogan is out.
Yeah.
I actually like it.
Yes,
that's
it's
the best one in a long. Well,
It's
I never liked the kind of borderline cheesy ones they used to come up with before. Not borderline, cheesy, straight up cheesy.
he said straight up cheesy. And I think, I know. So congratulations to Yannick Brand. He was the person that penned it. And he won 500 EC and he will get tickets to all the National Carnival events. So if you're a friend of Yannick Brand, Yannick don't get me. That means you're in good standing because he will share with you.
So give us a slogan.
I'm trying to find it, Jabster. But I think it says something about the place to be. Let me find it, yes?
Okay.
Let me make sure I get the correct thing.
Okay, let me see if I find
For
it.
Sugar
before
Mass
you.
53, yes. Let's be on the hunt. I'm going to go in the
And
chat because I'm sure I put
race
it
is
there.
on.
It certainly is on.
And
Okay, let's go. I think I put it in here.
the Sugar Mass slogan seekers are rushing around the track.
Who's
and
gonna win?
Jamster is
The winner?
ahead. He's ahead by about 200 meters, and
How does
And,
Jabster know he's ahead?
and let me see.
Oh, boy.
And Jamster is opening up a big lead. It looks like Kortensia is going to be lapped.
Oh,
And-
no. Oh, boy. Jabster, we seriously doing this? Oh, boy. I'm looking. Wait. I'm looking. Okay.
And Kortensia may be closing the gap just a little bit.
Oh,
but
boy.
I will,
My search says no results.
if
Oh,
I
boy.
were her, I would not write Jamster off because he always wins these races.
Oh, boy.
It looks like Jamster is heading for the gold medal, and he's got it.
Because I can't find it.
And he lapped Kortensia 3 times.
So Jamster, what is
What
it?
is the slogan, please? Oh, boy. I don't have it.
Yeah, so the slogan is, let me
place to be.
scrolling now. Let me see, where is it?
Are you buying for more time?
No, I have it. I have it right here.
I know it's a place to be for Sugar Mass. I think something with the place to be for Sugar Mass 50.
That's so
Sugar
weird.
Mass 53.
There's only one place to
Wait.
be.
The only-
Sugar Mass
Yeah.
53.
You see, I had
I
it.
I
The
brought.
Oh, you know what happened?
in the rain. Be quiet.
I actually
He's
had
sneaky.
it. But you know what happened though? I opened the thing and it was right on the top.
It's
But I was
okay,
guys.
scrolling
Yeah,
down,
yeah.
And then I
Both-
went back. I said, I'm
Yeah,
so
yeah.
So
sorry
you
about the
know,
top.
you
You see
know,
this? Do
you
you see this?
guys, I didn't want you to have this
Oh, my
be a thon between both of you.
I like this.
You might have thought that, you thought Jamster, he edged you out. And I didn't want you have to go through this show because I have to leave around 9 o'clock for court. So I want you guys to be at peace.
You like Sacha Baron Cohen in that
exactly.
movie.
You just come up here.
You saw he did?
Quiet.
So he goes ahead by about 30 meters, right? Has the starter fire the gun, and then when they pass him, and then he shoots the people.
Exactly.
So there's only one place to be, Sugar Mass 53.
This is so nice, and the promotion is good because you're basically telling people, come on.
I like
Sugar Mass 53.
The only place to be, Sugar Mass 53.
SKB.
Although I must say I kind of have always had a problem with the numbering. I prefer if they use the year, but it's still fine. But
you'll be for what if they use the Sugar Mass 2024? How Sugar Mass 53 2024 sound?
No, I mean,
she means
instead of, because I feel like the year should be in the name, but okay, it's fine. It's fine. But I love the slogan though. The only place to be. That's all you need. Sugar Mass.
Last year's was all in with your crew for Sugar Mass 52.
If you I understand,
okay, but this one is
better.
Nice.
I get what you're saying, because we have shameless plug. We have Convention 58, right? People's Action Movement that is coming up on June 9th. But I was thinking, there are some conventions. We're in our 59th year. We didn't have one convention because of COVID. But I'm thinking, it's always safer to do, let's say, the year. So because the year is always the year, you understand? So even if one in the future is missed or wherever, because of whatever super convening circumstance, then you always have the year. But for Carnival, remember Carnival extends from in 2024 to 2025. So it's going to be hard to pinpoint
I guess
a specific year period.
I guess that might be the rub with that one.
It's extend to January 2nd, right?
I mean, maybe if you were one of those
then
countries
you'd be a long theme.
where the carnival
trying to rhyme with
Carnival, Sugar Mass 24, 25. We here and we alive. But I lose already.
Hey, you need...
She's been practicing, like she's been home practicing.
That sounds good.
Listen, I always have these grand ideas for slogan and I never pen them. I never enter. I have to do better.
Monarch, I hope you heard that one. Go ahead and steal it. I give you permission.
Poor Monarch. Oh, boy.
I think we have someone on the line.
Yes.
Caller, go right ahead.
Good morning, James.
Hey, good morning. Hey, what's up?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
I've been listening to you folks this morning, and it's amazing that, don't be shy, you're not the only one that don't know lots of places in St. Kitts. But I'm selling out a challenge to you folks to take a tour of the island, get a taxi operator. You can join in a group of minimum of 4.
Yes.
And be comfortable. And have what you call a fun educational trip around and through the gullies of your island of St. Kitts. It's amazing how so many people can speak to you about Angola, Africa, Barbados, and other countries. But when it comes to their own island, they're lost.
Yes.
So I'm sending out the challenge on WINFM and to the staff of WINFM.
Okay.
Know your island. Get together with someone who knows it, and not a driver. Anybody can drive you around the island, but not everybody can give you a tour.
Okay. I'm going to send you a bill.
Historical point. Memorable photograph.
Yes.
And learn the history of the island. And education is never too much, and you can never go overboard.
So let me ask you a question when you finish.
If I know the answer, I will tell you.
So you have a lot of knowledge. I know you're in the field. So of all the areas in St. Kitts, which area do you rank best when it comes to history? Having a great historical background story. Which area is your favorite for that?
Oh my gosh, that's a hard one. Normally when I do island tour, one of the things I normally make clear is that I make the statement that I know enough to know that I don't know enough.
Yes.
And that clear me in a position, because people who give me a tour Some people will think that you know everything and you're supposed to know everything. And I think that one person cannot know everything. We don't hold a monopoly on ideas and of knowledge. And actually, I learn every day something new. But to answer your question in a nutshell, I will say Brimstone Hill. Speak with a silence, a deafening silence. And if you go to Brimstone Hill and you take your time, one day is really not enough. You can only touch it, and it takes you weeks to go to Brimstone Hill to fill it with all the knowledge. But based on time, you will give a quick history of Brimstone Hill because you have other places to touch. Beautiful scenery, awesome panoramic view, until you get down to Black Rocks, and then you get to the peninsula, which is Timothy Hill, where you have the Atlantic on one side and the Caribbean on the other side, and backed up by the mangrove and the salt pond that is full of water in the bottom of South Friars. Those are tremendous areas that one can look at, and knowing the places and the villages and so on throughout our island. It's a beautiful island. You have a beautiful scenery. You have mountainous forestation, and you have the famous volcano, which is Mount Loimiga, and that you can also hike if you're strong enough to do so.
Yes.
So you guys are welcome to join someone on a wonderful tour and know your island more.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question before you go. I know that that view. There's this view on, if you're coming from the Southeast Peninsula and you're coming, there's this view off to the right, this amazing view coming off to the right, and I always say it never gets old. And then when you get to the top of Timothy Hill again, that's like another one, and especially at night. And I'm like, I always go, man, I'm from here, I see this all the time, and it never gets old. I wonder what it's like for the tourists who see. So what kind of responses you get, or what kind of response you get from the tourists when
tourists go really excited, and one of the things is to be at the place. It's one thing to see the photographs, but it's another thing to be at the place or point where you stand in the photograph, and a photograph is taken of you, and that's become your background to say, hey, I was here. I've seen it, and it's a beautiful scenery. There's no other place in the world you could see look like this. And so I agree with you, when you're coming from the peninsula and you look across, you sweep across to Half Moon, you clip Half Moon, which part of the Timothy, go across to the Marriott, go down to the Kai. Beautiful view. Yeah. And the ocean, the Atlantic splashing on the rocks and so on. Wonderful view. And then when you get up to Timothy and you look back, and you can see Sundance Ridge, I'm telling you, it's a breathtaking, even for you who live here for such a long time, which you have confirmed. When you get to Timothy Hill, you don't really want to leave, because the air that's filling your lungs is so fresh and beautiful and nice,
clean,
that you want to stay.
And then the night view at top of Timothy Hill is a whole other thing.
Still another view. And I can tell you, everywhere you go and think it is a beautiful panoramic view. Yeah. Photogenic scene. You take beautiful pictures, and I'm telling you, you can't beat that. But we are doing great, but we can do better. And most of the things that we need to do, they are so simple, but they are overlooked. And we can improve and the product.
You know what? You know what's beautiful as well?
Need to read some more. Hello.
You know where it's beautiful as well? Yeah, when you go, I'm going to do this. So when you go in Old Road, right, and you go Wingfield Road, and you have the Romney Manor, the beautiful trees, the scenery.
Up there's nice and fresh.
Cold. Yeah, it could be hot everywhere, but usually because of the temperature, it's usually cooler than other places. And the canopy,
I love the canopy.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful, it's a beautiful place.
We have lost some of the beautiful view going across Old Road Bay. If that road was a little higher, and we could have seen the water going across there, I'm telling you couldn't beat that. But maybe next time somebody along the line will raise that road, because I don't want you to take down the stone. Just raise the road somewhat so you could see the ocean, and you drive across, and you will have it made. Yeah. But like I say, thank you for taking some time out to speak about St. Kitts. Yes. It's a beautiful island.
Yes, it is.
And lady,
okay, I'll have the invoice delivered by courier. Right? Yeah.
Oh boy.
Have a good day.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
yes. Thank you
And have
so
a
much.
wonderful-
Yes.
Yeah, for real. I would like to hear the engineering reason why. I've never heard a direct reason why they built the road like that, but I imagine there are
You
good
mean,
reasons. All
Old
over there.
Road
I
Bay?
imagine there are good reasons, good engineering
Uh-huh.
reasons why they did it that way.
I think too because you remember you had piece of it being eroded. The road,
Yeah.
every time you had hurricane, the road would be destroyed. I remember when I was in primary school, I went to school in town, and Old Road Bay was completely destroyed, that road. So we actually had to drive around the island. I never forgot that.
So there's no bypass anywhere there, like even like informal, like you drive over the hill to
Over
the.
the
There
mountain? I don't
was,
think so.
there is, but the road isn't
It's not as
exactly clear.
Okay.
Yeah, of Franklin's. They should be.
Oh no, I was
Yeah.
thinking about something else because I was thinking when
We have a
they-
caller.
Okay, caller, go ahead. You're live on Island T.
Yes, good morning.
Hi, Mr.
Oh, hi,
McMahon.
what's
Good
up?
morning.
That was one of the worst decisions ever. Doing
What
the road
was?
like that across the road,
Okay.
right? And even before it was built, there were complaints. I mean, people foresaw this and was complaining about it because there was an alternative above the hill. They were saying that the land up there was unstable. But it could have been done with proper engineering. And it probably still has to be done because that road is still close to the sea, and with climate change and all that kind of thing, it's still vulnerable to things like tsunamis and so on.
I understand what I hear what you're saying, but I could tell you as a road user, especially going across Old Road Bay. I mean, I'm not saying that it's perfect, but you feel much safer going across than you did
Yes, you feel, of
before.
course you feel much safer going across. But what I'm saying is you could have killed two birds with one stone, build a proper road above the hills, okay, which would have made you safe as well, but also take into account things like
So you said
climate change and so on.
build the road up on the hill and then leave the road
Over
to the
Franklin,
bottom.
yeah.
I know it's Franklin you mean, which needs
Yeah.
development, but you're saying so build the road up by Franklin, but what you do with the road to the bottom?
Well, you could do stuff down there, like
The
have
road to the bottom
another
was
Yeah,
street.
very-
leave it.
You could have
I
the
would
road
just
still.
leave it natural.
No,
Before
Mr.
it dies.
McMahon, this is where I disagree. You know how many rocks fell from the hill onto persons? You know, many times
No,
you
but
had
you
to.
don't have to drive across there, right? Once I leave it natural, I mean, yeah, leave it as a picnic spot further out or
A
whatever.
picnic spot that during a hurricane or heavy rain might become a natural disaster.
But if you have to move people from the north of the island to the south in an emergency quickly, what do you think would happen? You have a huge bottleneck there.
You know
You
how wide
need a
you know
bypass
how
road.
wide I'm not disagreeing with any other road construction in the area. I'm not disagreeing with Franklin Road being built out to provide alternate road access. What I'm saying, I am not against the construction of a road to the bottom, because right now it's wider. It's not the most picturesque.
It's an improvement, right? It's an improvement. to
And
what was
we've
there
had
before, and it's
we've
safer.
had
No one is
years.
questioning that as
No, we've had years, especially as someone from the area. We've had years where a lot of persons would tell me that they're driving across Old Road and they're not feeling safe. The road has expanded.
No one is disputing that. No one is disputing that the road is now safer. What we're saying is that you should have killed two birds with one stone. You're going to have to do it anyway because that road is inadequate.
What you were saying is that we go up by Franklin, build it out. That's what you were saying, and leave the
Yeah.
bottom just as a natural area without any improvement. I recall that is what you were saying.
Yeah, but the
Right.
thing is,
the road will still be connected.
So
to
based on
highway
what
at
you're
the
saying,
top.
you never said go back and fix that road. You said leave it as it is to its
Yeah,
natural.
why fix the road?
to its natural effect.
Why fix that road?
And that is why I'm telling you, fix it, because even if you did not fix it, you're saying people could have picnics there, but when rain start to fall, the rocks are going to fall as well because the rocks, the soil was being eroded from the top
But it's
and
not
becoming a disaster.
It's not a major highway, and so it's not a major hazard. At any given point on the island, there are places, coastal areas, that are somewhat dangerous because of whether rock or
What is your major, as it relates to the Old Road Bay now, what is your major concern as it relates to the Old Road Bay and how it has been done? What is the major concern?
Visitors and the fact that if you had a disaster, you cannot move people quickly. Let's suppose, for instance, God forbid, the volcano up there started acting up. You can't move people quickly from one side to the next. If there's a tsunami, it's
You're saying that the road as it is, with its breadth and width, cannot accommodate large.
Because you have the bottleneck.
When last you've been down on that road?
You should have a bypass as a.
I'm not disputing a bypass, but I'm saying the road as it is now is wider. It feels safer. If there was a disaster now, I'm sure the road as it is now, in the width of the road, I'm sure is wider than it would have been had it been done at Franklin's, because it's a very wide road now. When you drive in, people I sure at least it could be at least a 4-lane road. You understand?
But what is the point of a 4-lane road when right at the entrance?
You just said that if we had a disaster, there would be a bottleneck.
Yes, in all roads.
You mean
not on the
okay,
road that is being constructed, but before that.
Okay. So
right?
before that, so you're clarifying what you're saying. No.
I bet your life within the next 10, 15 years, they're going to have to do it anyway.
All I'm saying, I'm not against a bypass road. A bypass road I think is necessary to go from Bastia, not just to Old Road, but to every access in the country.
So why waste money doing this intermediary step? That's the whole point.
And I actually thought
5 years instead of 10, 15, 20 years down the road.
I actually thought, Ira, at the time.
What I really wanted to talk about was the fact that I agree, James, with those visitors coming from the peninsula.
Yeah.
I mean, anytime you drive somebody from away and you're coming into Bastia from the Peninsula Road, there's a stretch there that looks like you're going over into the sea.
Yes.
And, it always gives you a wow. And I also remember going up to Timothy Hill with a group that was here for a conference. And when we reached the top of Timothy Hill, we actually had to turn back because some people from other islands that were flat were complaining of the height, and things like that we take for granted.
Complaining? Complaining of the height?
Yeah, the road, it was new then, and I guess the excavations and all that, they were just mesmerized by it, We actually had to turn back. But I recall at Brimstone Hill, I remember somebody just staring at the hills, the mountains above there, and watching the clouds pass. And I'm there wondering, what was so mesmerizing about that? It's because we see it all the time.
Yeah.
I don't think much of it, right? And but to visitors, it's really a good thing to look at that we should take advantage of. And the last thing, I agree that a lot of people don't know a lot of places in St. Kitts that are inland. Okay, you probably need to hike, and a lot of people I don't think hike enough. All right, and some time ago there was this talk of a road from Old Road to Phillips's. And again, that's something from years gone by that has been shelved. And that would be a good opening of, shall we call it, the interior and a new tourist attraction.
Hey.
And finally, I think a lot, and some people have been doing it now, I find, using our hotel plans for staycations or even weekends and that sort of thing. I think that's a good practice that keep some of the money inside. And if you think about it, if you go away, yes, it's a different place, but really and truly, you're staying at hotels with pretty much the same amenities and so on. So why not do it at home and keep some of the money at home?
True.
Just do the rounds of the different hotels on a whether a weekend, 1 or 2 days stay, and enjoy the island.
True.
Kitchen Hill. Invite people.
Kitchen Hill is stunning, I could tell you. I was saying Kitchen Hill is a stunning experience.
Yeah. And there are others. There are
others, yeah. But let me ask you a question. Have you ever been up to Atlas level? You know, there's a lower level there, right? And when you go up there, I think I remember Mr. Walters had his horse stable. He used to keep the horses on that level. Listen, when you're up, I've seen plants up there I've never seen anywhere else, and you feel like you're on another planet, not even another island, just another planet. Like I've seen.
You're talking about that is where the towers are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm not even talking about the topmost level. I mean, there's another flat area when you're going up to the top. And I went up there, I was like, what? Stunning.
Yeah, but even to that place where they had the filming of, was it Missing in Action?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. The whole, I think they call it.
Yeah.
I mean, even that, you go there and you I guess because you feel surrounded by hills and so on. You feel like you're in another world.
Mr. McMahon,
things like that,
there's a comment here that says that people from the West really don't care what the road is like. We're just happy we can drive there without fearing rocks falling on us. So I'm telling you, that's what a lot of us had concerns with.
Rather than several. That's all I'm saying. I agree that the road is safer. And so on. It solves the rockfall problem for road users. Mm-hmm. But it does not solve the problem that we're going to inevitably have as we get more cars.
And no one is saying that it does. No one.
That road is inadequate.
That is one road. That is one road from a number of roads that need to be constructed, repaired, or otherwise. You understand? So you're talking, you're comparing one road to a network of roads that need to be done. And so I don't think persons are against.
Not a network, right? There were plans to have a highway from Bastille right up to the north of the island, which of course, if you could do that, if you could do a trip from the north of the island to the south and vice versa in 10, 15 minutes flat, you know what an economic...
and I don't think anyone is against that. But lobbying for that does not reduce the...
Why not do it? Why not do it? Since it makes...
Well, who's in government now? Advocate to those in government to have it done. I'm sure all of us would appreciate that, including myself.
But what I'm saying, since the idea was there from before, okay? Why use this temporary solution to a problem that's going to persist?
Let me say, Mr. McMahon, I'm 30 plus years old. I told you of a story that happened to us or happened to me while I was a child, probably less than 10. Before that, the road had been concerns for others before. It was addressed in 2020 thereabout. I can't remember, 2019, 2018, maybe around that. Is it the solution to fix all road problems? No. But is it a solution is it something that has fixed a problem that we have been facing for years? Yes. Yeah. That doesn't take away from the fact that maybe there is need, and of course I don't think anyone would disagree, of a highway that could take you across the country in a very short time without having to go through the villages. Those two are not...
You're admitting that there is that problem of there's a need for the highway, okay? Why not solve that as well as the problem that exists?
But it's like you're saying...
Why take 2 bikes?
It's not taking 2 bikes. You're telling me there's need for I need to purchase a new car. And though, yes, I need to purchase a new car, but until I purchase a new car, I shouldn't drive my car, so I shouldn't put gas in it to go from A and B. I should just leave the car until I get a new car, even though it's perfectly fine to transport me right now, even though I do need in the future a new car. So I should just leave the car and just walk.
No, that is a terrible example.
So give me a
Right?
better example that would click.
What I'm saying is, I prefer to use an example like, okay, you need an ambulance, you need a new ambulance, because the old one is inadequate. Yes, it can transport patients, but sometimes it breaks down and whatever, right? So you're telling me, well, just bear with it, and at least it can take patients, and not try to get a new one.
No one is telling you that. Let me fix your example. Let me fix your example, Mr. McMahon. Your example, what we're saying, you need a new ambulance. You need a new ambulance. Mr. McMahon, what you're saying, we need a new ambulance. So what we're saying we're going to put in things to maintain or improve the old ambulance that we have while we wait for the new one to be bought. That's the difference.
No, Azard, you're a politician. You should be more visionary than that.
Mr. McMahon, it's don't bring in.
We're gonna do this, so let's
Mr. McMahon, no one is saying that we don't need a road.
And do it now.
You okay? Well,
thinking, we promised to fix all road there, and so we're gonna do it because next election we'll have something to boast about.
No, I don't think it was a matter of that. I think it was an answer to a need. It was an answer to a need. That doesn't mean that it's not a need for the highway, and it doesn't mean that the highway will not come in the future. Why don't we, having seen that all road bed now is safer, advocate?
When we could have done, and we didn't have to do the whole highway, we probably could have done a similar thing for, and I'm sure probably costing less too.
Mr. McMahon, that's the past. Okay, that's the past. We could go over and over. Let's advocate now for our government to get the highway done. Okay?
Let's take another call.
Good. After the fact, right?
All right.
Caller, go right ahead.
I think his energy should be put in now.
Caller. Hello, caller.
Hi, good morning.
Hi,
morning.
Morning, Johnson.
Hi,
Morning,
hey, what's
Azard.
up?
Morning, Kortensia.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yes, morning.
Let's change the subject a little. I just tuned in and I heard the discussion. But last evening I attended a lecture put on by the
Reparations?
Reparations Committee.
Okay.
Yeah. And we would have heard Dr. Joan Suma.
Yes.
She was on WINNMedia Voices program yesterday. And yes, what I have gleaned from that lecture, some things that in terms of our institutions, our law institution, our jurisprudence, and even our educational system need a thorough overhaul if we are to reach the children. And the children, they are in a zone of, self-annihilation. And we all can agree with it. If we are to reverse all of that self-annihilation, which it stems from something deeper within our trauma, our generational trauma, and I was elated that even the Attorney General, our present Attorney General, Mr. Gart Wilkins, he was there. Also, our Governor General was in attendance.
Mm-hmm.
So she really struck a chord and spoke to the powers that be, so to speak, in terms of those areas. One of the things that I will want to continue to champion, I have done so in my own right, is the educational part of it, because Mr. Blake, a former educator, he was in attendance, and a couple others that I would have noticed. And I think Mr. Blake has a template. Mr. Blake, he means well. And I think he could be one of the champions for the overall overhaul of our education system. We need to expose our children to not just the rudimentary of the sciences and the mathematics and so forth. We need to educate our children in a holistic way so that they can grab hold of who they are at an earlier tender age, and they would see the secrecy for life. And as they reach the age of puberty and beyond, they will see that life is sacred, and they will better able to manage conflict resolutions and those things there better. Thus, reducing the homicide rate amongst us. If we allow it to continue the way it is, we're in for a lot of trouble. There are more mothers that's going to be holding their head. Sad to say, we might be members of that family that would be in grief.
Mm-hmm.
So, what Dr. today, it speaks volume as to who we are. She has a passion, and I don't think what she says, I don't think her contribution sits well with a lot of us. But you know what? We have to live with what she had to say. And we have to start to get a hold of what she had to say and start to come up to our reality. A certain fabric of society was there, and I was elated to say, at last, those in the upper echelons of our society, at least there was in attendance. Those who have influence, and we hope her message resonates, that those who have the influence will pass it down, like the Attorney General, the Governor General, and other ambassadors, former ambassadors was in presence. So we have to live with this thing, get over our trauma, stop denying that we are Africans by saying we are African descent, like to say, well, we are pacifying who we are, and not making the connection with Africa, because if Africa is being recolonized, quite naturally we're going to be recolonized also in the diaspora. So we have to show solidarity and get over. Let us start to heal our trauma. All of the institutions, including the church, we have to rewrite that narrative the way we see the biblical narratives. Let us see Joseph and Jacob and Esau, who has the birthright, who wants to steal our birthright. Let us struggle to not allow anybody to steal our birthright. If it's our birthright is to distribute to the rest of the world, let us be the owners of our birthright and we distribute to the rest of the world, because eventually they are our kith and kin. The Chinese, the Caucasian, we gave birth to all of them. So we will share. The big fear is that they took it from us and they don't want to give it back to us because they feel like we're going to treat them the way they treat us. The worst of us came out in them, and we cannot duplicate the worst that is in them. Because we have to correct them, just like how we have to correct our children. Stop our children from killing themselves in the new education which is to come, spearheaded by Mr. Blake. Thanks for listening.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, I think time we take a break. It's 8:54.
Yeah.
So let's take a break and we come back and take some more of your calls here on Island T.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
TVC Financial Services. We're here for you to help you make your dreams come true. Whether your needs are big or small, we'll support you with them all. TVC Financial Services. We are strong. TVC Financial Services. This is where you belong.
TDC Financial Services, where money is made easy.
Your bill.
I'll get it. You paid for gas.
You bought the groceries.
Does the lovely couple have first pay?
First pay?
Don't split hairs. Split the bill with First Pay from CIBC Caribbean. The simplest way to transfer money. No account number needed. With a mobile number, email address, or QR code, you can deposit funds directly to their CIBC Caribbean account and make sharing simple. Just First Pay it with CIBC Caribbean.
It's new and only at ICWI, the insurance company of the West Indies. Receive free windscreen cover when you purchase your third-party policy with ICWI. You heard right. Free windscreen cover with your third-party policy for only a limited time. If you're a third-party policy holder, take advantage of this limited time offer and switch to ICWI for added protection. Isn't it time you experience insurance the ICWI way? Conditions apply. Click, call, or visit ICWI today. Visit us at 1C Bird Rock Road. Call 465-8753 or ICWI.com.
For all your animal needs, try the Feed and Farm Store SKN. We have the best quality products in feed, dewormers, grooming supplies, toys, treats, and minor medical supplies. Drop by the store on the Kim Collins Highway at the airport roundabout. We're open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturdays. Give us a call at 669-FARM.
Are we back?
And we are back. 3 minutes on to 9 o'clock. Let's go straight back to the phone. Okay, we just had someone. Oh, here we go. Caller, go right ahead.
Yeah, good morning, Jamster.
Hey, what's up?
Good morning, Azard, and the good lady there.
Good morning. The best of us.
We're going all road, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody's opinion is their opinion. But I know the whole island road just like I know my palm of my hand. Because I had the opportunity in the 70s and 80s to go around the island every day with my walk.
Mm-hmm.
And afternoon, I would go around the island 5 days a week on my bike. So I could draw out a map of all the guts in St. Kitts around the island.
Yes.
Now, all road bay, if we can put a bypass from the what the place the name, when you come out, when you're coming up on the hill, you come out the first gut to the east. The gut is so wide that we're going to have to put some columns to raise the road out of the gut, because you cannot run from a gut and still drive down in the gut. When rain come in, how are you going to pass? And the up and all road by mountain there, the hill, the soil is not compact together like other places. So up there is not good to put no road. So the best thing that they could have done is what is done. Build the road where it is. And in the other thing, if they wasn't going to do it that way, if they were going to raise the road higher, then it would have cost either more money by putting the road on columns, like how it is in America. And the only bottleneck when you come off of Old Road Bay is when you're coming over the little gut there by Miss Carty. Because there's a gut under there. And that's the reason why they have a bottleneck. But listen here, 1962, Mr. Bradshaw administration, he built a wall right under the hill, the steep hill in Old Road Bay, to trap the stones that come off up there. And behind that wall is full up. And a tractor that belongs to Buckley's was coming from down in the west, coming back east, with a cart had in walkers in it. And a stone come down and the driver shift from the stone, and the tractor and everybody went over the bay. And thank God nobody dead, but a lot of them was broken up. And not long after that, a young man from Newtown get killed in his car coming across Old Road Bay. A stone drop off of the high hill, bam in the car, kill the guy. So where they put the road out there, that is the best they could have done for the moment. Anything later, well, they will have to deal with that. But the road is safer than it was before. And if people got to walk across there, for whatever reason, you don't have to take earthquake or rain to throw down boulder from up there to kill people. Because the stone up there is so loose that you will be surprised to know a mongoose up there trying to dig a hole and scrabble out. a stone could get away
Yeah.
and kill somebody down there. So they did the best thing.
Yeah. In fact, I mean, I was surprised that he had such a heated debate. We had such a heated debate over what was.
But I was
in
wondering if
my
he-
view a necessity at the time.
Yeah, I was wondering if he meant while they were building the new road, because the new road was needed, if they should have been building the road in the hills at the same time. That was me listening and trying to interpret it. That's what he meant, because you can't say leave that and build upwards, because no, people were dying.
But remember at one time he
and
said.
then that road washed out as well when they had a storm one time.
Remember one time he said, focus on the highway up to the top or whatever, and just leave the road in its natural state, so people could do picnics.
No, I wasn't picnic. As you heard what this call is saying, a mongoose could get a big stone down the hill.
Exactly
No,
the point I was making.
No.
The road there, it was a necessity. A lot of people, it might not be
I'll hang up.
picturesque.
Okay, caller, thank you for your contribution.
Thank you for your contribution. But a lot of people are safer in their feelings now with that road. I could guarantee that.
Indeed. Indeed.
Yep. So, we are looking at a number. Oh, we have another call.
Ooh.
Okay.
Caller, go ahead. Good morning. You're live on LNT.
Good morning, guys.
Hey, good morning, Carl.
Hi, how are you doing for your age?
Oh, not too bad at all. Not too bad at all.
You fuss him.
Yes.
And good morning to the listeners home and abroad. My boy Jamster. How are you, sir? Guys.
Oh, something's wrong with his mic over there.
But he says to tell you
Oh,
he's
it's
good.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, Old Road. Mr. McMahon, no. Better. Old Road, where the road is, it was the best idea and best design to put the road, because Mr. McMahon knows. Let me go back in history. That back in Dr. Douglas days as Prime Minister, Social Security bought some land from the late Governor General Cuthbert Sebastian right behind that road there where he's saying build upon the hill. And they were to do a housing project. And when the soil was tested, the soil was said to be not able to hold the houses that they wanted to build. Right? So that is why you see they didn't go on top there, because it was considered to put the road on top the hill there, so right there below Consummation. Right?
Yes.
It was considered, but when they do the testing, it was not able to put the road there. That's why the road didn't went there. And Mr. McMahon knows that. See, up until now, nothing can be done with all those land that Social Security buy from the late Governor Cuthbert Sebastian. You know, Azard, behind there is all bush and cotton trees and all kind of other wild thing. It's like a wild jungle.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you got the railway line going to there, and you have a gut there. Right?
Yeah.
So the road would not have been a good idea to do up there. And the experts and the engineers and all those people involved know that, because they did the testing. And Mr. McMahon got to admit that the major source of relieving people with that road was safety. And he admits to you all this morning that he's not saying that the road is safer. So that was the major goal, to provide safety for citizens, visitors, and all alike. So the hill is there. Well, doing a road from town, a bypass, you will have to start it at McKinley. And then you're gonna end up in problems behind here when you reach down to Old Road, because when you go behind here, going up Franklin, Azard, which you know, there's a lot of people live up there and spread out and so. So we up there, you're going to put a road to go right through the island, a bypass road. Azard, you know, going up bit back there of Old Road, it's problems.
And if you go up Franklin,
You
you have...
cannot send a bypass road to there.
And Franklin, you'll have to widen that road that persons, as you say, are living. Even at the bottom of Franklin, you'll have to widen that road, and there are persons who are living down there. So it's going to take some time and construction and some resources. And while we
you
wait,
have to move, relocate people
yeah.
and that kind
And
of
while
stuff.
while you
Right?
wait,
So it will
you're
be
gonna
a
be
ridiculous
having
idea
people's lives
to
at
come to the
hand
boy
at
Frank's
stake.
land. And you know that Azard because you live in that area.
And so I don't think that it was even it even needed a debate as to whether or not doing the road there was a good choice. It was a good choice.
Exactly.
Safety first.
Exactly. So, Mr. McMahon, you know that history of those lands behind you are not suited for construction thing. That was proven and said many years ago, way back in Dr. Douglas' time when those lands were sold to Social Security. And if you all see, nothing has been done with them up until now, and it's more than 15 years. And we see what's happening to those lands behind you. It's bush and grass and jungle.
So I think what he's doing is
The whole road there right now debate. What we should say is thanks to the past government for relieving us of the pain and agony and stress and fright driving through the old road.
a
That
lot
is
of
what we should be
people
saying.
a lot of people feel better now, trust me.
You must. And it's properly designed, nicely widened, and even the stones still roll down and from the old hillside and roll along there. We send back down there at times to clear those stones and put them away. So it was very well designed, very well planned out, and the safety of the citizens and visitors was the major goal, and we achieved that. So let me say thanks for that.
Yes.
I go on, guys.
Thank you, Carl.
Thank you, Carl.
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to
jet out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't even say court out, can I? because I said because I'm like.
Carla, go ahead. You're live on Island
the
T.
jet.
Yes. Not to prolong this, right?
Okay.
But honestly, it is not having good foresight to be thinking this way. That's just an engineering problem that could easily be fixed. I remember the arguments about building a road to the peninsula road. They would have had similar challenges everywhere. It's nothing an engineering solution can solve. And remember, there is a railway that runs to there already, right? So there are obviously ways of making sure that whatever problems may exist, whether it's soil slippage or whatever, can be fixed, right? Can be mitigated against, right? I for the life of me, I still don't understand why the point that since we're going to have to do a road, another road anyway, why not just do it, get, bite the bullet and do what we should do now, rather than spend money now and then have to go back and spend money later. That's the point I've been making all along. I am sure you talk to any engineer and he will tell you that it is not that it's impossible to build a road above the hills there, right? It can be done. Okay. Of course, there might be issues of money and so on, but it can be done. Don't tell me it can't be done. Don't tell me that that area, the whole area there, is such that you better not build whether a road, a combination of road and bridges, or road, bridges, and tunnel like at the peninsula. Don't tell me you can't do it, right? That's nonsense. That's backward thinking.
Okay.
That's not futuristic at all. Okay then.
Okay, thank you, Mr. McMahon.
Well, clearly.
Oh, good. You got it fixed.
Not really. Just kind of a stopgap measure.
Okay.
In the
Well, I
meantime.
hope the stopgap goes until 10. I just want to touch on the Special Olympics and say congratulations to our two athletes, Chantel Hazel and Tiquana Wallace, who both performed credibly, securing top 3 finishes in the female single division. Wallace earned a bronze medal, while Hazel clinched silver in a fiercely competitive match. In the doubles competition, the pair secured second position with silver medals in the finals. And it goes on to say the two athletes demonstrated considerable skills, determination, and showed much improvement throughout the competition, although this was their first competitive appearance at any level. So congratulations to both ladies. According to the national director, Ivor Blake, who accompanied them to the Cayman Islands, he said, unquote, "Their achievement reflects the intense effort and commitment invested in their training by their coach, Julie Bradshaw, over the many weeks prior to the tournament in less than ideal conditions, given that they had to train without the benefits of playing on a dedicated bossy court at home. In addition, this was indeed their first experience at any competition, which further highlighted their success at this tournament. They truly delivered and represented the Federation with fierce grit and determination," end quote. So congratulations once again to Miss Wallace and Miss Hazel of the St. Kitts Nevis Special Olympics.
Yeah, so we had that on the sports this morning.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and big up to Ivor Blake. Always working hard there in the background. And, you know, they do a lot better than people know. Because, you know.
Yes, I know that for sure, because I've had interactions with them before. I have
Swimming
followed up.
even.
Yes, I know. I followed up when I was at Studio 327 on GMS Can. We did the post, we did the pre and the post, and they did excellent.
I'm
so
telling you.
congratulations, yeah. We don't give them enough shine.
Yeah.
So it is owed to us to speak about our athletes when they go out and they do excellent, and the Special Olympics Committee.
I was pleasantly surprised when Ivor told me. Go ahead, caller.
Caller, good morning. You're live on Allen T.
Good morning. Good morning. This is Dumpling speaking.
Hi, Dumpling. How are you?
I hear culture on the radio and saying when the tractor went over Old World Bay, nobody did die. A lady did die from St. Peter's because it was like the crop was soon over, and they used to take like people from different places, like up Needmouth and Buckley's, and they would go through the land. And this lady did die. She used to work mostly St. Peter's Bay. Shasha Mali mother, she didn't matter. I work at the hospital outpatient when she comes. You understand? She dead. She dead. The culture, know his history. She dead on the tractor when he went over Old Road Bay. Shasha Mali's mother down the Bay Road. So that is what I'm calling to say. That Azard, safe flight Sunday. I hope you get through. See you.
All righty, Dumpling. Thanks. He left for court, but I'm sure he heard you. I'm sure he's listening as he drives there.
It's Sunday. I'm having some trouble here.
Yeah, but.
So it's Sunday.
Yes, it is Sunday. Yeah. And Jamsa, do you know what's bossy though?
Bossy?
The game, yeah. You know the game?
No,
because
what
I know
is
you're
it?
into sports.
What is it?
It says bossy is played between two teams. Each team plays with 4 bossy balls. They are differentiated by color. The goal of the game is to roll your team's bossy balls closer to the palino, that's the smaller target ball, than the other team's bossy balls. And this game is from, it has Italian origins.
Okay, I never heard of it. Caller, go ahead.
Good morning, caller.
Good morning and peace to all.
Good morning, Mr. Powell.
I just called in relation to an incident that happened where the gentleman in Tabernacle got wounded. I'm not sure his status, so I'm just calling to say to our people in our country, and since I will be the representative for 7 from the People's Action Movement, is to call for peace. Let us resolve our differences in a peaceful, because there's a police station right in that area. So whatever caused that act of violence, I think the person should have gone to the station and let the police come and deal with it. And that is why I'm saying is that it is not so much the firearm, but it's the mind of our people. We have to change our mind to be peaceful people and to set our mind to resolve situations in a more peaceful manner, you know? And so I just wanted to address that matter and to call again upon our people. So let us be peaceful You know, there's no need for violence. The police station is right there. Or you could ask someone to talk to the person for you. And, you know, let us be more patient and accepting for when someone apologizes, and be quick to apologize if you offend someone as well. You know, sometimes people accuse person, you don't even know that what they're talking about, but, you know, and people want to hurt you. And they don't want to listen. Well, I don't know anything about that. So I just want us to be in a position to be reason with each other. Let's just be reason.
Can you tell us when this happened?
I started video, today's what, Thursday? I think it might have been Tuesday night. I started video, so I think it might have been sometime this week. I forgot to check the date because I tried to get in the whole morning, so now I'm eating. The date slipped me. But it's sometime this week I received the video and people they're crying and everything, you know.
Okay.
You know,
I'm getting
it. I'm sure condition is in, so I hope who know about the incident could call in and give us an update. So I hope he's survived.
I'm just getting a message here. I'm getting a message.
Made the artery get cut, you know, that could be fatal, you know. So
no, but someone said I'm getting a message here saying that happened in St. Vincent, not Tabernacle. I don't know.
That's what I got. I got the information saying it's Tabernacle. That's why I'm saying I was trying to call it to find out, but
no, it was St. Vincent apparently. And apparently, it's no fault of yours. Apparently, the story was... the impression I'm getting from what someone sent me here is that someone sent it out like it was a valid story, and then they had to do an urgent recall notice saying that it would happen in St. Vincent. So...
okay. Because I inquired and I tried to confirm, you know, and... but anyways, so I want to apologize to you, but whatever it is, I still want to call for us to be peaceful, so I just sorry for my error, and it was based, and I confirm on that what I was told, and I tried to get confirmation.
Yeah,
you're the person for that.
We
so
understand.
I just want our people to be peaceful still, and God continue to bless us.
Yeah,
with the road that you all are talking about, you know what? The engineers should know better, but I think the old road, Bay Road, the option for there is because stones used to come off the road. People got killed and injured from stones jumping off coming down the hill. And something needed to be done. There two things could have happened. It could have been three things, but I look at the two things that could have happened. That road that is there, it could have, some people could say they've done better where you could have seen the still and have a beautiful view. A bridge could have been across here. Because remember, the whole idea was about to prevent boulders from coming on and injure person. And also, I think the railings that were there was off as well, as some vehicles were able to draw. For whatever reason, swerve off or something and drove over right in the sea, and persons died. With the road that you're talking about, it is a good idea to have our road network be expanded. And if it is need to be, and for years, since I was a child, I heard about a road from Old Road to come to Phillips. And also the green, you know, the barefoot roads come over to Cairn as well. Even that person were talking about to pave, make it better, because, you know, I know there are times when they had major accidents and they're either main road and you have to drive the other way around to come to Bradshaw. So if we have a road network, you see what we're talking about? We could resolve those.
And you know that's St. Peter's Road, the Barefoot Road. I have a family member that has to drive all the way, works in Cairn, has to drive all the way around, because basically you have to drive all the way, go downtown and drive across the bypass, go up by the airport to go to Cairn, when he should be able to just drive over that hill. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I know that would save gas.
Yeah, and for us, you know, we talk about 41 of independence. We've been independent for so long. We are a country for so long, but our road network remains basically the same. And so it's about time for us to. And sooner or later, houses going to be going up in those areas just to make sure the road network start to accommodate.
Yeah.
You know, so, and if we're advancing and developing, then also the road network and all these kind of networks should be considered in the development of our nation, because it only make it easier for our people to have access. I'm sure you've been to other countries and see roads gone all up in the mountain and you're like, oh, how this reach a peak? Do you understand? So it's all the best for us, because, like I said, I'm not sure if you ever had the experience where they have an accident and you have to leave from Cairn and drive around to Sandy Point to come up to town because the road was blocked.
Yeah.
We have options. If you have options, it would reduce all of that and so forth. And for emergency situations as well, it could be somebody's house on fire, it could be the ambulance have to get to someone and there's an accident.
But actually, that leads me to another point. I remember there was and this is why I say sometimes I think the powers that be don't really pay attention to the important things, because I have said this before. There was a shooting or some violent incident on that side of the country. I remember distinctly listening to the story, and the story talked about the person being taken to the Mary Child's Hospital and then to the JNF Hospital. Now, they should have been able to do everything except for the really advanced medical procedures. You should be able to do everything for a basic wounding like a shooting or a stabbing at the Mary Child's Hospital. Why should you have to take someone to Mary Child's and then to JNF? I feel like the hospitals should be fully self-contained. Obviously, like, JNF is the main hospital. Yeah, I'm not saying that they should be able to do organ transplants at Mary Child's. I'm just saying you should have a full emergency room, full intensive care unit. Same thing for the one in Sandy Point. People shouldn't have to be going to one hospital in either area and then still have to go to JNF. That makes sense, especially for, like, say, a basic stabbing. You should have a full emergency room at all those places and an intensive care unit and so on. What do you think about that?
I agree with you, John, sir. But you know what? Even if they don't have them, at least some of the hospitals could be designated as specialized areas. Even in Nevis, because we're one country. So you find out
you can do both. You can do both.
Okay, we know straight to JNF. We know right away. There are some countries, even in the Caribbean, they have something they call poly hospitals. That they basically have certain things, because, you know, like in St. Lucia and these islands,
no, but Mr. Pell, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying they can't do that, but I'm just talking about basic emergency room and intensive care unit type things.
But I was just adding to what you were saying, that we could even be strategic.
Yeah, of course, you can do that as well.
So based on what's happening in Nevis, as opposed to be flying out, at least, you know, we have certain things put on here. So they come to St. Kitts, and it's based on what it is, and we don't have it here. We could, you know, from because we're one country. Because even if you look at the United States, there's certain hospitals you have to go to another state for another area in that.
Well, yeah, I understand that. But what I'm saying, if someone gets shot in Tabernacle, they should not have to go to JNF. That's what I'm saying.
Once they get to the hospital, they should be treated and warded there.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so at the end of it all, it's all down to the authorities to make it that the equipment and the personnel that are needed for those. At least to have the majority could be in JNF, but you know the others could have staff there as well too. I agree with you with what you say. So those are just the little points I wanted to get in for now. And like I said, I'm sorry for the in that situation, but still I call for peace. So thanks to Nevis and throughout the world.
Nah, don't worry about that. That's not your fault.
For listening to me, and God bless. Thanks to Nevis, and peace to all of us.
Yes, and the sentiment is definitely welcome. I mean, whether something happened in Tabernacle or not. So yeah. I get you. Okay. So yeah, I saw a story here. This is a cricket story.
That the Windies beat somebody?
No.
Yeah.
You know, I was telling you this morning about this story on the news about Jamaica. The Jamaicans complaining about
not getting matches,
not having
but
matches.
I really thought that cricket was poorly attended in the island. And this is me. This
Jamaica?
is not anybody saying that it is. But I'm sure I would have heard a story more than once that they don't really go out for cricket. But I don't know. People, please don't get me. This is just
Maybe
me.
they don't.
Because I know Barbados, they go to a lot. Guyana,
No.
they go to a lot. Trinidad, they go to a lot. I see St. Kitts has joined. They're going out a lot too. And I guess
Really?
because we have
St.
different
Kitts?
persons
Okay.
from different countries that love cricket.
Yeah.
And the Kittitians are realizing it's a lime too. So they turn out in their numbers.
So the story I was saying Caribbean tourism sees surge in activity due to cricket. Antigua and Barbados are just two of the countries expecting record-breaking arrival numbers.
Antigua gets a lot too.
So tourism officials from Antigua and Barbados are beaming with excitement about the benefits that their economies will receive in the coming months due to hosting the ICC Cricket World Cup, Caribbean Premier League, and England Tour. It's they're saying so. It's going to be a phenomenal year. You can tell that I'm excited and I'm enthusiastic because a lot of the hard work that the teams have put in is now beginning to bear fruit and really, really set the pace and the trends going forward. So, that was who was saying that? That was someone from Barbados saying that. Colin James, Chief Executive Officer of the Antigua and Barbuda Tourism Authority.
So, what is Jamaica's concern?
Well, this doesn't touch, but it's just that when I saw this story, I remember this story this morning on the sports, on the Win FM Sports, where the Jamaicans were complaining and saying that they were bemoaning the fact that they didn't get any games. So, and you remember I was joking saying Samuel must be glad for the cover to say, oh, see other people not getting games too. It's not just us,
But aren't you supposed to bid for the games to get the games?
Hmm?
Aren't you supposed to bid to get games?
You have to bid for the games.
Yeah, and then maybe too in bidding, I would like to say the awardees are probably looking at the capacity or the numbers that are going to attend in certain places. So maybe that's why they award certain. I'm not saying it's right, but maybe that's why certain places get awarded more, oftentimes than others, because of the generation of revenue that they bring.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, even if you think that I get the impression you think that Jamaicans don't turn out, but it's probably
that's the impression I got.
Really?
That they don't really go to cricket games and whatever. But the last, I think that same thing that the West Indies just won, wasn't it, in Jamaica? Didn't they have a good turnout?
Oh, I don't know.
And it brought a lot of tourists to the island because even St. Vincent is expecting a large amount of tourists for the upcoming, what is it, T20 or something?
All these things. Yeah, I didn't even realize it was all that going on. I actually
things are going on.
thought it was one thing. I mean, they're saying, okay,
lots of things are going on.
Let's take this call. 9:28. Oh wait, come on, caller. Hey, okay, well.
Okay, caller, call back.
Work.
Don't give up. Do you have another caller?
No, no. Oh yeah, here. Let's try this. Island, you're on.
Yeah, Jam, so.
Mm-hmm.
What we were focusing on this morning is safety and preventative measures before anything could happen. So whether 1 dead, 2 dead, 3 dead, it is a cause why that individual had to dead. So who know a little more than what was said, is good that they could say it. But prevention is better than cure. And safety first is better than if I didn't know last. That's all. Have a good day.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Oh, so
I'm being told that, like SK, Jamaica did not bid for any games.
Okay. So it's a St. Vincent. So it's the ICC Men's T20 World Cup matches that St. Vincent is going to host.
That I knew. Yeah, I did know. I think I did know that Jamaica didn't bid.
That's what I'm telling you. I think you have to bid and then they award you accordingly.
But caller, go right ahead. Hello, caller. Go right ahead.
Good morning.
Hi.
Morning.
I'm a bit surprised with what's going on the radio this presently now. We had a reparation lecture last night. This morning should have been all about what was said in that lecture last night.
Yeah, okay.
And what surprises me most is that our elected members of parliament, none of them was present. So then they could have heard what we the people had to say about this thing here. They ain't got the passion, they ain't got it in their gut. Because presently now, St. Kitts are being recolonized. We do not know how much acres of land we've got. Land that we bought, sugar lands, that back in slavery, women get their children in them same cane fields. Robert Llewellyn in Bradshaw take the stance of making certain that we own these same lands. And politicians after, coming and selling it like it's theirs. How could this be? I can't understand it. And I'll tell you something, right? Some people don't get at me, but me don't care. And I'm talking facts. On my way to the building, to the place of the meet, the lecture last night, I happened to pass Robert Llewellyn Bradshaw's place of residence. My God. We saw the next National Heroes Day. Look at what they said was supposed to be turned into a museum since last year. Look at what they're doing to this man. They ain't got no passion in them towards the man who went out along with the people to acquire the sugar land. Watch out how the building is. The amount of bush they started to build a museum and to buy the man. I don't care. I grew up in a labor house. I will tell anybody, Richard Tweed, he used to drive number 12. Back in 1967, the 10th of June, they almost killed him. He came home, used to drive number 12. He had either a sugar boat and a molasses boat was in the harbor. That engine could have not stopped running because he had a particular engine just for the sugar and the molasses. My father used to drive it. And it's like my father teach me, when you come a man, never vote PAM, because they almost killed me last night. That was the 11th of June, 67. I knew about these things. So make sure nobody can tell me about Labour. I went to the hard work to get Labour in office back in 95. And I don't care nobody can tell me. They should look into themselves, go and see the building, and they'll see what I'm speaking of, and nobody will say nothing to me. Goodbye.
Alrighty, sir. Thank you for your contribution. Was there a time when the museum was supposed to be completed, Jamsa? Because I don't remember. As I said, I don't.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't want to say the wrong thing.
I really, okay. I just really, because I tend, I tend to just like to speak my mind. I'm not really gonna go there because.
All right. Yeah. I think I get you.
We just elected a bunch of grifters.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna leave it there.
Okay. Alrighty. But look, the U.S. is, cricket is becoming a big thing in the U.S.
Yeah.
Let's go back
y'all go look up grifter if you want to know what it means.
Oh boy.
Anyway, caller, go right ahead.
Good morning, Johnson.
Good morning, Miss Henry. How are you?
What is that? Must look up?
Look up grifter. The end. Yes. I don't have anything else to say because I'm just.
Anyway, what I call about the cricket, because I play every. It's a radio station in Jamaica. We approve what they are saying. How come the government couldn't find the money to bid when they're doing all the other things? So some people boycotting the thing for that. I think it's what they're having practice match, right?
Yes. That's what you mean here, right, Miss Henry?
Yeah, because I don't play Jamaica radio station every day.
So they're having, where are you talking about the practice matches? Because I knew they have some here for the upcoming ICC.
I'm talking about in Jamaica what they're having.
Oh, okay. No, I'm not sure about Jamaica.
So, I think West Indies playing against some other people.
That wasn't that for...
Practice. I think it's practice and warm up,
No, but didn't they win that? They played against South Africa. Wasn't that something? Let me make sure, because I don't.
No, I'm not thinking that's a preliminary.
So you're into cricket?
Yeah, but I'm not in as deep as I should be. Okay. Go ahead, Miss Henry.
The people in Jamaica, some of them said they're not going to see any, because how could these other countries afford to pay? And Jamaica didn't even bid. So that is the protest that's going on in Jamaica.
Also, the Jamaicans aren't going to go to the present matches, be it practice or regular matches that are being held there, because of the countries.
So the country ain't bid for none of the test matches.
Oh, so they're going to boycott.
Cricket,
But Miss Henry, do you know if they attend?
Well, some people would attend.
But not how big? How big is the attendance? How grand is the attendance?
Well, it seems not to be grand. They call talk like something, and it comes on must be 10 o'clock or whatever.
Okay.
And the people calling and complaining and whatever. Okay. Now, the thing with the Bradshaw Museum, I am not surprised that it stalled.
Why?
In 2016, when Mr. Bradshaw made 100 years, They said they were going to have this Bradshaw Institute, which would have come out something like the museum, where they would have different things, you know, speeches he made and artifacts and all that. Not even brush off the paper. So it's a political thing. Then somebody was saying, but I can't verify, so I don't say. They say how 4 million was voted and they spent 8 and they wonder when the money gone. But it seems as though the problem has been any attempt is that the land is privately owned.
Oh.
And no effort was made to acquire it legally.
Oh.
Because you can't go and say, well, Mr. Bradshaw is a live here. Mr. Bradshaw has descendants. His daughter Isis left, I think it's 2 children, right? And their father has refused to give up the property. So I don't know if they'll be able to get
put
around the
something
children.
down. Okay.
So it's a matter of on the property, because that's what it boils down to.
Okay. That sounds
You
fair enough.
would have thought that by now, since the Labour Party went back in, they would have been more ready to negotiate. So maybe we need to find the what exactly is the position, where they stopped, and how do they intend to proceed. That's as much as I can say. Oh, by the way, hello, are they still?
Yes, Miss Henry, we're listening to you.
Oh, well, let me start with Jamster. You mean to tell me 22 years and not even a trolley party, eh? Give me a Diet Coke or Glucerna?
That's above my pay grade.
No Diet Coke, Miss Henry. We don't, no Coke at all.
Other stations celebrating the 10 and the 11 and the 9 and the 8. And you see how some people? 22. Up to number 1. Other people competing against you still. And you ain't even say, well, look, the breweries, they own the breweries, you know. Invite people down to the park to wait them in the parking lot.
For a drink?
Give some,
For a drink?
Give drinks and something, man. What joy anniversary are they waiting till they be 25?
You never know.
At the rate at which the sun hot, you and 25 are going to be here. So all the management, board of directors of Win FM, this sound like the Bradshaw Museum.
Oh, jeez.
We want something.
Oh,
Get
boy.
something printed, shorts and, something. What is that? What is that? Otherwise, I'm going to send in my bill,
Okay.
All right, then, Jamster. And
Okay.
Jamster, them, everybody say Jamster.
I don't know why you're trying to involve me in.
You are one the worker.
This, I want the
You are
workers,
one who helping to keep up the edifice and the ratings. And so, do not underestimate your contribution, Never underestimate your contribution. So, to the management and staff of Win FM, the workers got to get public recognition, past and present, and the regular callers must get something, past and present, and the future ones and all the hosts and co-hosts. That is cheap and mean.
That's a lot of getting.
Cheap and mean, right?
I wonder who's going to pay for all that.
It's my phone call, and I pay for me. I don't pay cable and wireless every month for Win FM and all the other radio stations.
Okay.
Anyway, happy anniversary, and may you all live to see many, many, many more.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Henry.
God bless you.
Always a pleasure chatting with
Hey,
you.
let's take a quick break. It's
Okay.
20 minutes on till 10. So we're going to take a quick break and come back.
Found the sound 98.9 Win FM.
Rams the good food people always there to serve you. Rams the good food people location.
Looking for something extra? Look no further. Suppligent's got you covered with our Suppligent Shop and Win promotion. You can be the lucky winner to take home one of 3 cash prizes. Just spend $12 or more on any Suppligent Tetra products at your favorite supermarket, write your name and contact at the back of your bill, and place it in the specially marked entry form box for a chance to win big. Promotion runs April 1st to May 30th, 2024. Suppligent boosts you up.
No doubt. Hey, that's Tebulous. That's
like
music
rubbing
for Culturama.
Salt into the wound of it being dripping wet.
Yeah, yeah. Tell me about it. That's a little taste of what's coming for Culturama.
50.
Heatwave, it's called. Nice.
I'm looking at something. You mentioned the word grifter, right? And it says red flags, common tactics used by grifters. Expect them to be friendly and courteous.
But you didn't give the definition, though.
I'm coming back to that. Be aware of down and out. Be aware of the down and out storytellers. Be concerned if they encourage haste to say there is no reason not to trust them. And take note if they offer you a phenomenal price because I just happen to be in your area. So the definition of a grifter is a person who engages in a petty or small scale swindling.
Okay.
Oh boy.
The end.
The end.
Yeah.
Yes, the end. So Jamsa, you were just making mention of something happening in Tabernacle, so maybe Mr. Pell.
Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Why one person's telling me it happened in St. Vincent, and then apparently now I'm hearing that
it's right here on our shores.
It's so I don't know.
Oh boy. Yeah. As he says, peace, peace, but Lord Jesus, we just gotta keep praying because they normally say after sudden peace, then comes destruction. So true.
We certainly need a lot more peace than we're having these days.
Yeah, but I want to be optimistic and say it can happen, but because of, as Gregory would say, because of what the word foretells, I don't think it's gonna
the Gregorian
happen.
monk.
Yeah, Greg, you've been missing. It's not gonna happen right now.
Oh, please don't encourage him. I don't need a sermon. I don't need a sermon right now.
Greg will catch you.
Yeah, Greg will call in and
oh boy.
You heard about the Pope? Speaking of you heard about the Pope apparently had to apologize because he was talking to, I guess, his cardinals about and he supposedly used
a bad word?
A slur. It was an Italian slur. He was referencing the fact that the translation
anti-gay slur I'm seeing here.
Yeah, he was referencing the fact that a lot of faggotry, that's what the word translates to, happens apparently at the Vatican and in the seminary and so on, and then he had to apologize.
He said, and the article say Pope apologizes after reports that he used an anti-gay slur. Francis' remarks came as he spoke against admitting gay men to seminaries during what was supposed to be a closed-door meeting with Italian bishops last week. Oh boy. It says the Vatican said on Tuesday that Pope Francis, end quote, extended his apologies, end quote, after reports that he used an offensive slang word referring to gay men at what was intended to be a private meeting with 250 Italian bishops last week. Francis had been taking questions from the bishops at their annual assembly when the question of whether to admit openly gay men into seminaries or priesthood colleges came up. According to several people present at the meeting who spoke anonymously to Italian news outlets, Francis stated a firm no, saying that seminaries were already too full of fro. The word is hitting me now. It's FROC. So froggy canny. Is that how it's pronounced? An offensive Italian slang referring to gay men. Okay, I have to Google that word. So they said Pope Francis is aware of articles that recently came out about the conversation behind closed doors. Matteo Bruni, the press office director for the Holy See, said on Tuesday, and quote, the Pope never intended to offend or express himself in homophobic terms, and he extends his apologies to those who were offended by the use of a term reported by others. So I'm going to Google the meaning of this word.
Okay, Rusty, are you there?
Hey,
Hey,
yes, I'm
Rusty,
still here.
morning.
Good morning to all. Kortensia, good morning to you. Jamster, good morning to you. I heard Mrs. Henry making a comment about the anniversary of Win FM. I too would like to congratulate Win FM on their 22nd anniversary. Like Miss Henry, I wish they could have done much better, but I want to give a deeper congratulations to, and I'm not joking, to Win FM. I remember when I came back from the United States completing my undergrad in public relations, mass communications. They were looking for a radio manager and I applied for the job. And I think Mr. King was on the board. I got a letter from him. He said, no, I didn't make it. And then I got 3 other rejection letters from Win. And today, I'm in Taiwan studying. I'm really grateful to the position and the decision that they made by not hiring me. I think I applied to them. No, I applied to them once, and then I tried to go on the not the voice show, the show on Saturday. The Saturday
Inside the news.
Show?
Inside the news, yeah.
Inside the news, and I was told that's voluntary. At the time, I wasn't working at all, so I couldn't offer any voluntary service to them. But sometimes disappointment in life is really blessings. I've heard that a lot. I never believed it. Still don't believe it sometimes. But sometimes disappointment is very good. So for me, I benefited from, because I think if I had gotten a job, I might have been still there, and just not at the level I am at this point in time. But apart from me, Win FM has been doing a wonderful job. In media, it's been doing a wonderful. It can do more. But again, I'm going to say this. I hope Jamster is not vexed with me. Jamster is the only person in that. I think you were there from the beginning, correct, Jamster?
Not quite, but I was probably chapter 2. Oh, chapter 1.5, something like that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And so James have been there for a long, long time. And, well, I don't know what they're paying and that kind of stuff. Because that radio station can make a ton of money. But apparently the people who are managing the radio station does not know or does not even care about making money for the radio station. I remember going to one of the shareholders and I spoke to them and stuff. And they said, it's doing good. We don't understand radio. We really don't understand. Let me give you an idea. There's a station called ZDK in Antigua. ZDK, when it first started back in the 1970s, they had a game going around the whole Caribbean. That if you call St. Kitts, Rams will give you a gift. If you call St. Martin, some shop in St. Martin will give you a gift, that kind of stuff. And they expanded their listenership. And they were able to charge much more money for their advertisements. That's what radio is all about, advertisements. But we don't eat just one simple stuff. And they were going right around the Caribbean, Montserrat, all those islands around Antigua. But nobody interested in making money or sitting down and saying, how can I make more money on Island Tea? How can I make more money on Voices? How can I make more money? And that is all I would leave with Win FM and the 22 years. You can do better. And please give Jamster a chance. Jamster seems to be working all the shows. Why don't you guys get somebody from the high school, 3rd form, 4th form, teach them how on a summer job, teach them how to use the board. Nothing at all. I mean, encourage people into the media field. That's a powerful field. Even if you don't hire them, they can do their own stuff. But we don't think like that. We don't think like that. We think about ourselves and this and this and that and that. So anyway, thanks for allowing me the time. I really enjoying the program. And I didn't want to call in tonight, but when Henry called in, I said, let me call in behind. And so thanks again. I'll continue listening, guys. Enjoy the vacation. I mean, your anniversary.
Okay, you enjoy your.
It sounds like Rusty's on vacation. Good night, Rusty.
I am going to bed shortly.
All righty, rest easy.
It's kind of early.
All right, then. Bye bye.
Drink some rice wine and go to sleep. Wait, let's go to this call. I'm trying to get this call to come on.
Got it?
No, I'm trying to get this. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, call up, man. I'm telling you, it's like I'm in the gym over here.
Workout for your arms.
I'm telling you. Okay, let's try this again.
Call back again, please.
Yeah. Caller, go right ahead. It's 9:52.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning, Carl.
Yes, Carl here again. Guys, I would like to say a hearty and a big wow congratulations to Win FM for the 22 years. And guys, for the 22 years I have been with you guys. I started with Fergie, me the big one, and Grabberment. The big one and Grabberment has passed on.
Oh boy, yeah.
Right? And Carl Brown is left standing still and still on Win FM with you guys. So it's also a celebration for me because I have been here from day one that station opened. And I'm still here. So guys, yes, Rusty is right. You all could do some more improvement on you achieving more advertisement and making more money. And it is a very good idea that Rusty just bring forth youngster that maybe from the high school age, now we could start bringing in some people to train and how to operate and move and perform on the radio station. And we must widen the scope of not just killing Jamster and you guys alone with all the work. We must have some juniors to pass the baton on too.
I agree.
And widen the field in radio. So, Win FM, yes, we are proud and we are happy. And you have stand the test of time. All the court battles, all the threatening letters and things. Win FM has gone through a lot in the 22 years and they stand tall.
Nice.
So, highly congratulations to Win FM and to Carl Brown, who's still standing with Win FM. We are celebrating 22 big years.
Yes.
Yeah, and guys, about the museum.
Okay, hurry up,
You
Carla.
guys, when last y'all pass across here by the museum and look at it, yes, it's tough. But where you see $2 to $4 million has spent already, it's not over there. So maybe at the Prime Minister press conference or his round table, one of you guys in the media who does get the chance to be there, because you know they don't invite people like we who going to ask those hard questions. Right? Could they please explain and show us where is the millions of dollars that they spent around there at that museum? Because, well, what's supposed to be museum, and I understood from a very reliable source that his family members who halted asked them to hold because they did not seek permission. And there is privately owned by the family and not by the state.
Okay.
That's my confirmed information that I get from a very reliable source.
I'm gonna just drink water and mind my business, you know, because keep out of trouble.
But could somebody ask in one of those meetings with the Prime Minister, could he explain and show us around here where the millions of dollars are spent? Because you guys must remember, most of the structure that is there now were there.
Mm-hmm.
You only add on a little piece, and that ain't cost no millions of dollars.
Okay.
So would they please explain where is the money and how that money is spent around there, because we are not seeing it. I'm gone.
Okay, Carl. Thank you.
Yeah. I'll keep my thoughts to myself.
Oh boy.
I will not get in any trouble.
Today.
Maybe today. We live in a country where you tell the truth, and
but I thought the truth sets the
truth is a problem.
I thought the truth was supposed to set us free, but apparently it keeps us in bondage. Oh well.
Capleton, who's gonna be here in the St. Kitts Music Festival? Capleton has a great line that I love.
Hello?
Hey, he says.
Hi, caller.
Yeah, hang on, caller.
man. This is
Oh,
Culture.
yeah, go ahead, Culture.
I want to wish Win FM happy 22. And I could remember when me and BJ used to be on it every Saturday. You remember Jamster?
Yeah, I do.
And a radio station get its what you call it, the recognition, the most recognition by the programs that they have to offer. If you have someone working on a radio station and they can draw the listeners' attention every day, listeners are looking for that program on the radio, then the ratings go up as high as the clouds. And I know for sure that Win FM used to be up there. I know that because one Saturday when I leave this station and I went in the bus, two Rastaman meet me and they say, boy, you and BJ carry up the ratings of Win FM. So high that they make sure they stop doing what they're doing on Saturdays to listen us. So therefore, a radio station get its rating according to the program they have on, attractive programs. So Win FM has been doing good and it's still doing good. So all the best to Win FM, and I wish you all 22 more years. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. So that's culture. Yeah. I remember those Saturday afternoons. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, 22 years is a long time, and as you said, many persons have come and gone, but they have all made an invaluable contribution to Win FM.
Word. Caller, go right ahead.
Good morning again.
Hey, what's up?
How do you express gratitude to somebody who's doing what they're supposed to do? I'm thinking of Win FM and what it has done over the years. Okay? Some will say, take you for granted and say, well, that's what you're supposed to be doing. And speaking of that's what you're supposed to be doing, Jamster, how can you say you don't want to get into trouble? You forget we've had all this suite of legislation that allows for freedom of information and accountability and transparency. Just yesterday, the Attorney General was boasting about it. Now you're telling me that you don't want to get into trouble for asking a question?
I leave the journalism to the journalists.
Mr. McMahon, staying out of trouble.
Okay, well, all right, then Kortensia is up to you then to ask me.
Oh, boy.
Since Jamster is going to play coward.
Okay.
No, he's not a coward.
Well, see, I'm right behind Jamson today. I don't want to get in trouble today. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, but those are questions that really should be answered, though. I mean, come on.
That Bradshaw thing, that Bradshaw house thing, yeah, it's very curious. I'll leave it at that. I can point out many other curious.
And you don't have to be a journalist. You just have to be a taxpayer, a citizen.
It's just very curious.
Wanting to know how public monies are spent.
All I'm going to say, Ira, look up Grifter.
Look what?
Look up Grifter.
Grifton?
Grifter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'll leave it at that.
All right, Jamster. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And
trouble.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Yeah. Well, Jamster, it's that time of the morning where we have to call it a day. It's 10:01. That means Jamster get to receive one lash on behalf of all of us here. I think he can handle that. It was indeed a pleasure. It's the second to last day of May. already.
Yeah, it is.
Tomorrow's the last day actually, and it ends. Tomorrow would end our work week, God spare. So thank you to all our listeners at home and abroad, and in the region, wherever you're listening. We are grateful that you tune in every day from 8 to 10 a.m. with myself, Jamster, and Azard for our daily editions of Island Tea.
I think Azard will take kindly to the fact that his name was called last.
Oh boy, Jamster, it was not intentional. The sentence just had to run.
Just a joke.
Azad can get you, Azad can bring some up tea for you tomorrow so you can fall asleep.
So I hope you have a great day.
Thank you, you too.
Okay. See you tomorrow.
Same place, same time.